Okay, so that's the finished jig, and you can see here when I've got my drill bit chucked up in there, and when I drill through the flange on the cuff, I'm going to be able to come through the flange before I bottom out on the chuck on the drill. Next thing you want to do is figure out how high up and down you want that on the flange. Probably should have told you this before, but what I did was I took note of what the forward lean of the boot was before I took the old lean adjuster off. At this point it shouldn't be too late. You should be able to put that back on and figure out where you had your lean, forward lean set. And then after I drilled this hole, this lower hole for the BTS pin, I put the BTS in there, not with the larger pin, but with the old smaller pin out of the original Stratus Pro pin. Set that in there, and then I was able to just lean this up against the boot and get an idea of where I wanted that hole up and down, and I was able to just mark it on the boot. You can use a Sharpie or a scratch awl or whatever it takes. So once you've got that, you can take this guy here and maybe a little square to square it up in the channel, and you lay this jig into the channel of the cuff of the boot. The important thing is that this flat edge bottoms out in the flat back of the channel, and that you're not touching on these corners here. If you are, just take your pocket knife or whatever and trim them back. It's good for these to be close, but you don't want them to be touching. This is the only part you want touching. So I drew out a little cross section of the boot cuff here. What you'll do is you'll set that in the channel like so it bottoms out on the back, and then you can take your drill, and you've got this straight line all the way across. You can just line up your drill with that, use that small bit, it should bite in pretty well. You can tilt it a little to start off once you got the point, and then straighten it back out. Drill through this side, take it to the other, drill through that side. If you need, get a friend to help you hold it, and then you'll have a pilot hole that should be pretty straight and pretty well lined, and then I just worked my way off. From there I went up to an 1/8 drill bit and a 3/16. There you go.